How to find your passion. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. If you haven't been here before, I hope you all are having a good day or night wherever you are, and let's just get right into the video. Disclaimer, this video is intended for anyone, all ages, looking for their path to grow as an individual through finding what motivates you, them, whoever, and it's only advice. So take out of it what works for you, or you can go find another video. Maybe that can help you somehow. But let's begin. I could give you a list of 10 steps to succeeding, or pretend like there is some miracle answer that's going to help all of you. But real talk, finding something that you'd like to pursue is hard work. It really is, in a way. You have to make a real commitment as you ease yourself into whatever your interest is. I can't promise that this video will help every single person who watches it, but I hope that you can walk away today knowing something that you didn't know before. And this goes into the first point I want to make. Don't set such high expectations for things that you try. If you put all of your effort into something in a very short amount of time, it's going to burn you out, and you probably won't get back to it for a long time. So let's assume that you do have an interest or hobby in mind that maybe you chipped at a little, or at least something that doesn't completely bore you to death. It could be something like cooking, gardening, maybe poetry, doing crafts, video games, driving, it doesn't matter. This is a good start, okay? Now, in your head, think of whatever that may be, or multiple things, but don't overwhelm yourself. Can you picture yourself doing this activity long term? And if not, then can you look into another interest and see if you can picture yourself doing that hobby? If you're not really the imaginative type, but you still want to figure out what you're passionate about, you're going to have to trust your gut and not outer influences. This is really important. People can get a burst of motivation hearing a success story in a particular field, and then they jump into it blind, and they get into a really rough spot, either mentally or monetarily. So try to stay grounded emotionally and not let that game of risk take too much control. The type of interests that we will focus on today are the ones that you've probably thought about for some time, either in a conversation or spending some time by yourself. But what if you're the type that doesn't really know what you like, and you just kind of go with the flow in life and don't really have a sense of direction? Well, this could be the toughest thing or the easiest thing for you, depending on your work ethic mostly, and how much you're willing to do anything at all. This is for you guys too. And many people, a lot of videos I've seen, they tell you to just go out and try things. And this can be true for some, but those same people don't really get into much detail of how to go about this in a way that will last you a long time, and hopefully a lifetime. So I will say it this way. Try things and try them slowly. It can be really hard to resist giving it your 100%, learning all you can about it, doing it for a week or a few months, and then suddenly you have no urge to come back. Instead, set some boundaries or limits for yourself, then take one step at a time. Don't even do a little every day. Maybe just start once a week for 30 minutes maybe. That way you won't feel so obligated every day or every other day to keep doing something you aren't sure is worth your time yet. So you have to think of it as a slow climb uphill. That's all it is. It's just a very slow climb uphill. If you go up too fast, you're gonna come rolling back down. So Only bite off what you can chew. And you don't want to do it too infrequently where you lose that interest, but keep it frequent enough to where you still want to do it. Finding that balance can take time, and if you don't want to do that activity that day, it's completely fine. Don't rush yourself. Passion takes time. I cannot stress that enough. If what you're doing is something that you consider work, then that's you telling yourself it's an obligation now. But it's really not. If you listen to what your heart's been telling you, the thing you could be passionate about is likely in your life already. And the second point I wanted to make is how it can become long-term or more long-term. So that you keep doing it and maintaining your interest. And it's going to sound kind of weird, but always be working with whatever you currently do while you do this thing. Like if you're getting into cooking and you're doing a multitude of other things, make sure that you're still doing those other things too. And always seek out more things that you like. So if you like cooking, try looking into other types of cooking or anything culinary related. Branch out a little bit. Maybe you'll find something you like even more. And the more that you do this, the more you'll learn that what truly is going to stick with you. And also, don't let the interest completely consume your life. And even if you feel like you could keep up now, later on, you'll find that it can become more of a chore. The key is always balance. If you think of life as a type of dance, you want to always start with something very manageable for you, practice at a steady pace, and work on to bigger and better things until you feel yourself really expressing the beauty of the movements. And the last point I have for you, which ties into that metaphor, is gonna sound a little bit cheesy, but if you think about it, there's a lot of truth in it. A passion is not about where it gets you in the end, but it's how you feel when you do it. We live in the present, and if your happiness is stable, not overly excited every time, or not any emotion that strays too far away from your natural state, then that's a good sign that your interest is probably going to stick with you for a long time. But if that interest doesn't stick, then don't hold yourself back either. Find what makes you motivated, be happy in what you do, and thank you for listening. I hope I helped you in some way, and I wish you luck in finding your passion. Ask questions in the comments or let me know what you think by hitting the like button, subscribe, and if you have advice for anyone viewing, I'd like to read what you have to say, and thank you for your support. Peace.